Disclaimer, there's one word that is not verbatim. I changed the color for the first example. A colorblind person sees beige, and someone else sees red, which is true. The answer is disappointing as it is non-conclusive. Both are true. The truth of both premises relies on the idea of perception. Perception can be loosely defined as processed information used to make sense of an environment. With this definition, it can be concluded that perception is an individual's truth. In film, movies tend to have a forced perspective, with a protagonist and an antagonist, and naturally a side to root for is chosen before the film even begins. However, in the real world, is there such a thing as an antagonist? Or can it be assumed that everyone is merely following the truth from their perception? In the movie Marriage Story 2019, this idea is explored. The characters Nicole and Charlie are going through a messy divorce. Both are given a period of the movie where their perception of unfolding events is the only focus. After an incredible opening scene of positivity, the audience is given Nicole's point of view. She is heartbroken. She is furious at her soon-to-be divorced husband, and initially, he appears as an antagonist. However, the audience is then shown the sensitive husband Charlie's point of view, which shows his descent into sadness and the monotone dissolvement of his marriage. This movie does not have a protagonist or an antagonist, merely two people whose experiences are both true. The audience may pick sides, and the conclusion that Nicole or Charlie is clearly in the right can be reached. However, that conclusion only furthers the argument that perception is truth. For the audience, their perception of the events determines their opinions on it, and in a situation where everything is subjective, that perception is truth. A further argument for perception is actually skepticism. Descartes' theory of skepticism presents the idea that nothing can be determined true except for one's own existence through thought. So if one only exists in thought, then that perception they recognize is the only possible thing for them to accept. So their perception is their life. How they perceive an event is that event. The truth is individualistic and has no carryover to another person. Perception is an individual's truth. How someone experiences cannot be denied. There's no statistic to tell someone they perceived something wrong, so the conclusion of truth and perception is backed up. And because of its open-ended, almost loophole-like nature, it cannot be disproven or invalidated.